You might have seen these clips around online before if you've been looking around for a volleyball video game. This is Volleyborne Unbound Horizons, a very ambitious project trying to replicate the exact feeling of playing and learning volleyball in a video game. I've been working on this project for a while now, and some of these clips you might see is from up to 2 years ago. I'll be going over what happened to the project, the journey of the development so far, and how we went from this to this, and now this. This is Volleyborne. The entire game started as a side project all the way back in university. This project is the love child of both my love for video games as well as my love for volleyball. And so, I decided to make a volleyball video game that would recreate the exact experience you get from playing volleyball. At the time, I was only in my first year of my degree in game development, and I barely knew anything about game development in general. With whatever resources I could find online, I managed to scrap together a small project that I had always dreamt about. A first-person, fully physics-based volleyball game. After posting a few more small development logs, the project gained a small following for people who have also been looking for a game just like the one that I'm making. One day, one of the people in the Discord community, Smallyball, has decided to ask me if he should make a TikTok account for the game. Not really expecting much, I agreed and went to bed. When I woke up the next day, the server has grown, and within the next week, a few thousand. This is what happened. The game has gone viral on TikTok from a stroke of luck in the algorithm, and people were flowing into the server. This project has always been nothing but a small passion project, but it was at that exact moment that I realized this was something much more than what I expected. The whiplash that I got from the project being a small passion project growing into something that could potentially be my career put me in a state of shock. I was working hard on the game, and my university work was also slowly getting harder and harder to catch up. And to nobody's surprise, I had burnt myself out. At around the same time, Smallyball, the person that was in charge of the TikTok account, had also started getting busy with his university. And to make things even worse, I didn't know anything about version control, and when my hard disk that had the updated project file stopped working, I essentially lost most of my progress. So within that month alone, I had burnt myself out, lost half a year of good progress, and also lost the publicity from TikTok. The project was essentially over by that point. And so I carried on with my life. I continued my university studies, and once in a while I would check back to the Discord server just to find people asking about the progress of the game, and how everything was going, and whether I was okay. And one day I just decided, maybe I shouldn't let these people down. If they see the potential in the game, then maybe it's time for me to trust myself. And so I gathered some of my friends, and we decided to work on the game together. We now have a total of 3 developers working on the game, and as of the 6th of August, Volleyborne Unbound Horizons has been officially released in Steam as an early access game. Let's have a quick look on what we have currently in the game. We really wanted to create a game where the skill floor and the skill ceiling is very far apart. This means that even with the same characters, it'll be very obvious to see how good a player is, and also allow them to show their different skill expressions. Similar to real life volleyball, players are awarded for being in the right place at the right time. This is reflected in the angle of the ball during a spike or a receive. Many mechanics of the game rely on the ball's position relative to the player, which further emphasizes the high skill ceiling that the player must be in the right place at the right time. For example, during a spike or a receive, if the ball is towards the right of the player, the ball will have an offset that travels to the right of the player. Additionally, during a spike, if the ball is in front of the player, it will naturally cause the ball to fly downwards, and vice versa if the ball is slightly behind or directly above the player. There are also many different mechanics that follows the rules of biomechanics. For example, a right-handed spiker would generate more force when hitting cross-shoulder or towards the left than away from his shoulder towards the right. The most recent update included an overhaul to the single-player experience, with the AI having the ability to react to the position of the block and make a decision on where to spike. We're further polishing the system to ensure that the AI will help provide a very immersive experience, so stay tuned for more updates. Looking towards the future, we'll be putting a bit more focus towards the multiplayer aspect of the game. One of the main goals is to implement the current single-player AI into the multiplayer system to ensure that players can play a full game with their friends. We're also working to get Steam achievements to work, so also have a look out for that. We'll be posting a few more development updates in the Discord server, as well as in future devlogs. If you'd like to join the playtesters in testing the game, you can access it all in our Patreon. We have 3 different tiers for Volleyborne supporters, so if you'd like to join the playtesting, then it's only $5 per month. You can also join the 3rd tier of our Patreon members to support the development. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm sorry this took so long to make a full devlog, but from now on, we'll try to keep you guys as updated as possible for future updates and also for future devlogs. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.
Like some auto systems again. I shoot them. Yeah, I shoot them. Trust me, just jump. See?
Oh, we are hitting clips here. Oh my god.